screen because since I already have done this on the Alpha Cinemax black technology, I'm just going to come in and basically just do right over with the gunmetal. I'm going to convert the copper VOC screen. Oh, perfect timing for the train. Gee whiz. And he got the longhorn on. Anyway, as I said before, we're going to convert the box projection screen black over. Give me a minute. Usually when they do that, that means somebody's basically running back and forth on the tracks. They don't have no train guards there to make sure that people don't try to bomb the track, but they do it anyway. Anyway, we're going to convert the black screen, the gunmetal. We did it with the boxes. We're going to put that over to black, and we're going to use the wallpaper surface instead because I need to get pictures, and the pictures come up much better if I have a much smoother surface than using the boxes. We did the boxes just to see exactly how cheap we can build a screen. Probably go much cheaper than that. Oh wait, can we go much cheaper than $4? Probably good if I can get some bed sheets for cheaper than that. Probably like $2. We'll probably do it cheaper than that. So we're going to code over this because we need this for our pictures and demonstrations. If we get a good day today, we'll be outside with the screen. We're not going to do the box right away because I need to take it outside. Because the wallpaper, not good to take outside to do demonstrations on, especially since we don't have a solid flat wall out there. So we're going to code over this, use this for our demonstrations over here. I think that I did the ultra short though test, we did the white level test, we did lights on, lights off. We did the certified screens, we got to be outside, and just some other stuff we got to do. I'll figure it out. Some gaming too, we got to do off it too, on top of that. And this will be ready to launch. Man, I am having a real interesting time over at the forum sites. I was up until probably about 4 o'clock in the morning. Just conversations back and forth. I tell you one thing, them physical screens at the end of the day, those suckers are relentless. Like, they just do not give up. But we were able to quiet that flame last night. Took a while because we had a couple of them in there and they were talking some crazy stuff. And no, everything they were talking was legit. They were talking about the screens. They knew their product at the end of the day. They were professionals, but we had them. We had them either way because, again, they can't go where our screens can go. So they sort of showing up their screens inside, and the same thing that I can tell by the lighting. It's not too bright. The environment's still dark. And I keep telling them, look, your environment's too dark. You have to have more light in there for that screen. And then they're pointing the windows, and the windows are not even anywhere near the screens. And there's like, guys, well, we got sunlight. No, the sunlight is showing off in the distance. It's not directly on the screen like the FLEs. That sunlight, ambient light screen, that actually absorbs sunlight. That's in direct line of sunlight. You're not in direct sunlight. You would have to be outside to do that. Have the screen next to the window. But anyway, 2 videos took it out. 250, the big boys went out there and showed these massive displays on giant images, showing the white levels that the technology picks up. The FLE, basically, ambient light rejection technology, actually beyond ambient light rejection technology, that took out the rest of it. And all the other demonstrations. This is why I take tons and tons of pictures, do tons and tons of demonstrations, back up everything I said. I literally had to have this long conversation with the guy. Was like, well, I want to see your gray levels and your white levels. Well, let me break it down for you. Any screen that's not higher, that's not the same equal white level as a white screen, is going to go through a sacrifice field, which means that the white levels will drop. Then I show them the difference between the black paint and our fabric and blah, 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 blah. To show them at the end of the day that we don't want to be in that dark level, but any surface is going to drop. Whether it be gray, whether it be gunmetal, whatever you're going to be, you're not going to equal a white screen. It's virtually impossible. Only white screens produce 100% white. Hey! Get away from there. I just told you about that. Didn't we just have that conversation 5 minutes ago? Yes, we did. Anyway, he likes to walk in that area, and I want him near the screen. So sorry about the clapping, but I got to give his attention. But anyway, so basically, he tried to come out and say that, well, we don't produce 100% white. Well, you have a gunmetal screen. You don't produce it either. And those you have gray paints, you don't produce it either. The only people that can honestly say that are people who have physical white screens. But you go to the sacrifice line. So the lighter your screen is, if you have a gray screen, you cannot see the Infinity 1 contrast level. You can't read it. You can't pick it up. Our darker gunmetal screens, which I explained to them, are much darker than your screens, and they can read a darker shade of gray, much darker, but they don't read the Infinity 1. Only a black screen can do it. So with that being said, they weren't able to do the demonstrations that we're doing because black screens can absorb 10 times more light and it can do things that the other screens can't do. And now we got this new gunmetal technology, which is the darkest one I've ever developed. It has some pretty interesting capabilities to it where it can literally go outside, and other gunmetal screens can't do it because the reflective surface wreaks havoc on the screen and it has problems with focusing outside. I did some tests a long time ago off camera just to see what would happen. I can't post those because, again, the screens are not developed for outside. I was just curious to see what would happen. It didn't go well. But anyway, with that being said, just trying to explain to the fellow at the end of the day that the white levels are automatically going to drop on any screen that's darker than a white screen. Just put it away in simple terms for him to understand it. And then explain it to him that our screens, the black ones, even the gunmetals, can pull a better gray than a screen that's actually gray because of the high shades of gray or the Infinity 1 contrast level, which is needed. And I explained to him that both black levels and white levels are needed to basically to have perfect color balance. Like the guy said in OLED, in the black you see true color. Then he comes back on, he goes, oh, I was just playing around with you, this, that, and the other. No, you thought I was a noob back in the day. You thought I didn't know what I was talking about. I break it down for you right there and had that conversation with you, and you can understand in the day, yes, I'm experienced in my field. I know what I'm talking about. I'll try to chalk it up to that. Anybody else got it besides you? I'm going to start showing customer demonstrations. Even my customers can go outside with their screens. You guys can't do this. So, yeah, had an interesting time talking with the physical screens. All right, let's get this painted down. Ugh. We're going to be using our IMPERIOR gunmetal. This is the best gunmetal I feel in the market. Number one, it's the most affordable. It is market under $300. This is ranging from a screen size from 127 inch to 150 inches to a whopping 250 inches. We've already tested against high certified gunmetal screens, and actually it did extremely well. It is fully ultra short throw compatible, which means you don't have to have a special screen. Just use ultra short throw. It is fully weatherproof, which means you can take it outside. Gunmetals don't go outside, by the way, but this one will. And again, it's just absolutely gorgeous. And again, doesn't require expensive projectors. And the shade of gray, which all the gunmetals have, but ours has the darkest shade of gray. All right, so let's get this cracking, Jackson. I got socks on because I'm not jacking up my new sneaks. Let me see. Anything here? Get my hands on. And I have to do a demonstration on a customer's return. And sorry to them, I'll get to it, I promise. I've just been really, really busy last couple of days. Been extremely busy, so I do apologize. But I will get it done. Okay, simple stare. That's basically about it. We can shake it up. Really doesn't make a difference at the end of the day how you do it. Okie doke. Let's get this started. I need dirt on my screen. Let me see. Yeah, I do. There's some dirt on the screen somewhere. There's our gunmetal. Oh, she's gonna waste this. Have to get my corners first, but on this side. Trying to use my screen as a paint pan. Go. There. Where is the container? Oh, I left it way over there. That's nice. It's a nice place to put it, way over there. The cover for this stuff is pretty good. It takes about 16 ounces to paint a 106-inch screen. So it doesn't take much. And as you can see, you know, for me, very easy to paint. No crazy instructions. No light roll, heavy roll, none of that. Just roll it over the surface and you're done. That's it. That's pretty much it. All right, just gonna take off our excess paint. What am I bumping into? I got something behind me with boxes. Yeah, that's it. Taking off the excess paint because we got some paint. We put a lot. We don't need much. Not for this technology, don't. There's a spot I missed there. I knew that the minute when I woke up, I came up with a headache because the monitors give me the worst headaches ever. They give me the worst headaches ever. Always get bad headaches, especially when I'm around monitors. And sure enough, got that headache. That's it, we're done. Let me see, hold on for a minute. Make sure I got my corners correctly because I'm seeing areas that don't look good. Let me see. It's painted, but make sure we got our corners correctly. Big stickler when it comes to my corners. Trying to keep Joker in his place. Joker likes to go places he's not supposed to go. All right, that's good. Make sure I got my corners nicely. Ooh. That's done. Drop our fan on. Let it dry. Keep Joker in his place. Joker usually doesn't tell. He got the name Joker because that's his name when he's getting in trouble. It's Joker. Well, pretty much he's good. And I've never had him walk on the screen, not ever. So never had to worry about that. And that's it. I can paint this thing in dozens of times. It's gonna be the same thing. There is no what's the word for it? There's no multi-coat application or any of that shenanigan stuff. Pretty much just paint the screen and you're done. That is bugging me right there. Hold on for a minute. Make sure I got that good. That's my fault. There we go. We got a little drop here from the paint that I blew down. That's it. There we go. Anytime I paint a screen, even when I'm spraying them, I really feel like when I don't get the middle good enough. But I already rolled over it, so it should be good. That's it. Roll her in and we're done. The reason why some screens, and I've seen that instruction before, the whole light roll, heavy roll scenario, is because either the screen is streaking really bad, you put any pressure on it, you'll streak it even worse. So that's why they tell you to go over it lightly. Or it may not be taken to the surface all the way. There's a number of reasons why they tell you to do a light roll. Shouldn't have to do that. When you paint your wall, do you do a light roll, then a heavy roll? No, you just paint right into the wall. Literally, just press right into the wall. And that's what people are going to do. People are going to put weight on it, and they're going to press. If you tell people that put a light amount of weight on it, people are not going to understand that. I don't even know how much a light amount of weight I'm going to put on. Each person's going to put in a different amount of light amount of weight. Not everybody's going to be precisely the same as the person who's actually painting the screen in. That's why instructions like that are bonkers. If you tell me put a perfect application on a roller, what the freak do you mean by that? Because my application on the roller may be different from yours. It may be different from the painter. Not everybody's going to be in sync with that. That's why you should make the product like you're a kid painting the screen. Now kids paint screens, they just run right into it. That's what they do. So when he made the statement about not trying to push to the screen, everybody paints that way. Everybody. From beginners to professionals, they just paint the wall. That's it. It's not that hard. That's why I can never understand the crazy instructions behind some of this stuff. Because again, you're not basically, it's not rocket science. You just basically just take your roller and you paint. Just like when you paint your porch or you paint your walls or whatever, ceilings, whatever, that's what you do. Now, when they have those weird instructions attached to them, it's because that the paint is having difficulties. You have to do a light roll. You don't have to do a light roll when you're stain spraying either, when you do a stain job. Should be easy and fast, and that's it. And if you got to move the paint around for your first application, I am not doing that. Imagine me doing this right here, or imagine me doing a job where I had to do 12 of these screens. And my first application is just going to be me moving the paint around on the screen. That's how much work that's going to be for me at the end of the day. That's a lot of work. So I never painted all those screens. I just moved the paint around. I'll have to go to 3 more applications to do this. And he's not the only one who started. And actually, he got it from Goose Green, because Goose Green started with that. The multi-coat applications. And then other people wanted to be like Goose Green. They followed behind them with the multi-coat applications and took forever to paint the screen. So that's why when you look at our old Digital One Crystal screen paint demonstrations, it literally says 1 hour or less. Painted on drywall. No primer required, because that's what was required back then. You had to prime the surface. You had to sand it down so it was like glass. There were like demonstrations after demonstrations on AVS forums of people showing up to different forms of great products. And just demonstrations of constantly sanding the wall down to get it like a piece of glass. So when they applied this product to it, you know, they wouldn't get any imperfections that would pull through. It depends on, only way you're going to get imperfections like that, unless the product is too thin. If the product's too thin, yeah, you're going to see every single imperfection is going to push right through your wall. That's what's going to happen. You're definitely going to see it. That's why, you know, when you saw the demonstration painting over the prime surface and the little dots that were popping up, some of that was bubbles, but the other part of that was you could see the primer pushing through. If that's going to be a case, imagine if you take 2 pieces of wood, you want to make a large screen, take 2 pieces of wood, and of course you're going to have to sand everything down. And if you joint them together, you're going to have to get some compound, and you're going to have to basically fill that in, sand that down. Then you have to go over the entire thing with primers and get it to one large sheet. And then after you go through all that, you paint it down, and it pushes, the primer pushes through. That is going to be a freaking nightmare for somebody. Get a whole section here, there, over there. I'm going to go hang my cardboard screen up. I remember, oh, power tools way over there. Hey, sandwich boy. Sandwich boy. Sandwich boy. Yeah, boy. Sandwich boy. That's sandwich boy. He likes sandwiches. Alright, so we get this thing to dry. Get it up onto the wall. Give me tackle. I'm going to use my, still use my 720p projector. I don't see the need to build in the big boys yet. Oh, we have to do the hotspotting demonstration. We definitely have to do that. Make sure it doesn't hotspot. Man. Well, like I said, I want to do something where our gunmetal, make it dark enough so we can have it outside. Because again, the darker screens work much better outside. So this will be the only gunmetal that goes out. Because again, from everybody else's demonstrations who claim to have gunmetal, I haven't seen any certified screen tests. I haven't seen any outside demonstrations, a low lumen test, white level tests. None of that at all, period. I'm taking the cardboard box outside. I'm using a 1,000 lumen projector. That's what I'm using outside. And on top of that, my form room is picking up steam, a lot of steam. So I have my own I guess it's forum. Yes, a forum site. I got my own forum site where basically, and yes, it's members only. So you have to give you approval to get in. But anyway, yeah, it's picking up a lot of steam. So yeah, we've been loading a ton of our pictures, demonstrations, customer demonstrations. Wait till we start launching the on-site demonstrations. They're going to be insane. I can't wait for that. The acoustic screens. Nice. Excuse me, Taco. Sorry about that. My bad, buddy. You're being good. Excellent. You know, why? Not a good idea at the time. Mm-hmm. I gotta go to this place. I gotta measure this wall. Someone's gonna let me use the inside of their house to do a demonstration for a screen. Real nice setup in there. Lots of light. And I gotta measure the wall. I want to do the wallpaper. But if not, the wallpaper doesn't fit, I'm probably gonna pick up the portable. They got a nice little portable on Amazon. I'm gonna pick up one of those. We're gonna be using that on site, definitely. Because it's easy, put everything in a bag, carry it, take it where I need to go, set it up, hit the projector, and done. That's what I'm definitely gonna be using. And pretty soon you get a chance to meet the painter. We got my 7-year-old godson is going to be coming in to do the paint jobs for us. So easy a cake and paint. He's going to have that on the back of his shirt. He's got a whole painter outfit, the company's logo and everything on it. So he's going to be our spokes guy. He's going to come in and he's going to paint the screens. So if he can paint it, you can paint it. And the good thing about him, he speaks both Spanish and English, which is good. So he can do translation for me, which I cannot do. I have to literally watch paint dry. That's what I said. You watch? I have done that. All painters have watched paint dry. Literally. Sat there and just watched paint dry. Did it without a fan. I did it with a fan. So I'm so excited about this gunmetal. Because again, like I said, the conversations we're having in there about gunmetal technology, and I'm not showing them anything. I'm just asking them questions about their screens. Can you take it outside? Does this work on ultra short throw? I get the same thing on ultra short throw. Well, no, not really. We have to use. I have another screen upstairs. There's 2 of these. That's basically for ultra short throw only. But this one won't work on ultra short throw. Looking at the well-lit environments, very, very not. I mean, these screens can operate in fully lit environments, but they use them in the ambient light controlled environments. The expensive projectors that they're using in their, for the showcase for their machines at the end of the day, it's insane. And then the money they spent, it's unbelievable. It's kind of like I don't have the heart to tell them that, yeah, that screen over there, yeah, we tested that screen, and this is what it costs over here for 250 inches. Now, as for our overseas customers, we've been getting a lot of messages from you guys. It's free. It's free shipping. There's no fees, no extra costs. It's all free. As long as you live on the planet Earth, it's all free. We can ship anywhere on the Earth. It's free. So I get people like, how much? You're always expecting to pay some kind of fee or pay for the shipping because no one wants to give overseas shipping, but we do. Oh, man, I tell you, I'm never, ever using that monitor ever again. I'm glad I got my glass over there. I should have been using the glass and I haven't been using it, but I should have been using the glass. Got a freaking headache from that monitor. You know you don't have to have that on there if you don't want it. Look, okay, let me get into the mind of this person real quick. Putting a like on, taking a like off, let me explain something to you. If you feel at the end of the day this disrupts me, it doesn't. Now don't let Satan play with your head at the end of the day and tell you things that you think are going to affect this Christian at the other end of this camera. It's not. I'm not going to get upset over that. If you want to put a like in, you put a like in. If you don't, you take it off. But by taking it off the live stream, it doesn't bother me at all. So whatever Satan's telling you that this may bother me, it's not. I got about 60, 70 to about a couple thousand likes on my Facebook setups over there. And I got some people that'll come in and put a laugh emoji in. Some people will come in and put an angry emoji in. It doesn't affect me at all, period. Because at the end of the day, I know my product's good. That's all that matters. I can go on site with this stuff and go anywhere I want. As a matter of fact, I proved it. When I walked through an entire building with a $178 ultra short throw and pulled in any environment I wanted. And I had the long throw in there. So I'm good. But thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you take it away, hey, no problem. It's up to you. It's your decision. And people do that, take things away and think I would get upset. I'm like, no, I'm not going to get upset over that. Why? I do my channel. I mean, if you come in and watch, you come in and watch. If you've got other things to do, you can watch it later on. But I do my channel basically is for education and basically to show off our technology. On top of that, it's much cheaper advertising. Oh, great goodness. If YouTube wasn't around, and I know, again, we're going to have some complicated with YouTube later on because some things are coming up. But anyway, still, with these sites like this, if you were doing advertising, and I was around before YouTube came up, because I was born in '68, so YouTube didn't exist, you went out and you took out an ad in a newspaper, and this would cost you. You got to charge for every paragraph that you put in. They charge you for. Sometimes they charge you for per letter. This is way back. You had to put an ad in the newspaper, hope somebody would open up and see your ad. The bigger your ad, the more money it was. If you were on the front page or the first 3 pages, that was extremely expensive. If you could pay to be on, oh my goodness, I almost forgot about these too. Do they still make them? TV guides. I don't think they make TV guides anymore. I really forgot about that. The TV guides. You literally get a TV guide. I remember that. Wow. It's crazy how you forget some of the stuff back then when you were compared to now. Because now the whole guide system is literally right there on your system. But yeah, I remember that TV guide. You get a little booklet and you open it up and you would see all the different channels and what was coming on. Oh man, I remember that. Wow. Forgot all about that. But yeah, people would have their advertisements in there too. Now you want to look at the movies, you basically go to your phone to look at movies and buy tickets. And when I was coming up, you would basically open up the paper to the movie section and you would see when the movie would start and you would call them up. Huh. Here's your interesting perspective on life. It really does. People don't understand. I think what it is a generation will have the cell phones now don't really understand the technology jump compared if you were born in the 60s in that era, you would basically understand it more. And even if you're around before the cell phones, you remember how things were. Where basically you couldn't do a lot of that stuff. Now you got a little computer in your hand. You can do whatever you want in that phone. I remember that. Yeah, if we want to go to the movies, we had to get the paper and see what was showing and all that stuff like that. You ever know watching trailers or any of that stuff? We didn't need that. We had trailers that came on TV, but not through your phone. That's interesting. Oh, I thought about that. This technology would be fantastic for movie displays because, again, you can show trailers right up the glass with the ad tech. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Wrap around glass. We can coat that with that technology, and you can actually go in and they can display their movie trailers right up the glass, even if it's early in the morning. That would be cool. That'd be really cool. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna sit down for a bit. My head is killing me. Hey, it's rocking me. Mm. Ooh, I almost kicked one of your toys right across the direction of the ball. Copyright free, lawful music. copyright-free VOC music. You're good. I wonder if the Quest 2 has the virtual museum. Man, that was the best thing, man, about them glasses. I didn't get into the games too much. Some games, not all the other games with them. They didn't have a big selection. They really didn't. But, man, that freaking virtual art museum was freaking amazing. And they kept it up to date constantly all the time. I wonder if they got it on the Quest 2 system. That would be nice. The joys of playing, what's it called? Video game bingo. Did you play that before? Not the game bingo. I mean bingo as in whether it's going to make you throw up or not bingo. I had it a couple times. I spent $60 for a game. Go to play, take a sharp turn and ugh. Yeah. Room will spin, get real dizzy and can't play it. Mr. Robinson. I think that's the one where you actually get to explore the world of dinosaurs. You're a time traveler. I never could play the game. I got sick every time. So, got to figure out what's going to make you sick and what's not going to make you sick. The majority of the games are going to make me sick. But that freaking virtual museum was freaking amazing. Absolutely amazing. And then it has some meditation rooms. You can go in and relax. A lot of chat rooms. You can go in and talk to other people. Or watch shows and music and stuff like that, which is actually pretty cool. I'll tell you one thing. The Quest was very popular in COVID because a lot of people who couldn't get out that were trapped in the house actually were strapped to the thing. So it was actually pretty nice. Yeah, I'm gonna pick me up. I'm not going into Google. I'm not going to glasses called the Apple. I'm not going into those things. There's some gaming on it. Everybody does basic work applications on it. Apple doesn't make any good video games anyway. And if they did make video games, I would hate to see what they look like. Not a big fan of Apple hardware. Sorry if you're an Apple user. I don't like their system. Not a fan of Apple. Let me see. We're dry there. See if I can shift my fan. You better talk. Let me see if I can shift my fan in another direction. Because you can see we're mostly dry there. But make see wallpaper screens. You have to make sure the wallpaper screens are dry. Because again, the screen flexes with you. So you have to make sure they are dry. Because if the thing flexes and hits you, you'll damage your screen. Tell you one thing, every time the camera comes on, always something different. I try to keep it different as much as possible, try to change it out. So, figuring out that my Wi-Fi will pick up way over there in the park, I can get me a portable screen, set up my projector system, which takes a battery pack unit, and watch some movies out there. which I'm gonna do. Ouch. This other side dry. I'm watching you, Sherlock, so don't even go anywhere near the screen. Just watch your head rise up. If you can't come over here and I'm watching you, I'm watching you. I'm back on my screen, you understand? Thank you. Don't go near my screen. I'm dead serious. I'm watching you. Don't go near my screen. I just told you. What? Don't go near the screen. Don't watch the sun. Don't go near the screen. Oh. What did I tell you? Huh? You didn't listen to me, do you? Yeah, kind of you slick. Watching you the whole time. I knew what you were up to anyway. Mr. Grumpy Grapes over there. Mr. Grumpy Grapes. I knew he was coming over here to drink. I knew it. You always do stuff like that. And you be sneaky. Let me see what I can get away with. Yeah, right. Is my charger off? Oh, my charger's up, isn't it? No, it's on. It's on. It's still hooked up. Ugh. I got enough to do. I got a freaking head today. Should never been staring at the monitor. That's a bad idea. That's a Look at it. That's how I love it. Yeah. Go inside, go outside. Yeah, really.
Switch to Shopify and sell smarter at every stage of your business. Take full control of your brand with your own custom store. Scale faster with tools that let you manage every sale from every channel. And sell more with the best converting checkout on the planet. A lot more. Take your business to the next stage when you switch to Shopify.
I know Donald Trump very well. Chaos follows. Donald Trump said that the election was stolen. He said that January 6th was a beautiful day. I think January 6th was a terrible day, and I think
Yeah. Dave. Yeah. Just about there. Right on this side. A bit more on this side. There's a tilt in this thing. There we go. Okay, that's good. Awesome. Hanging up my cardboard screen. Chicken wing. I thought it was lonely, chilling with my homie. Chicken wing, chicken wing. Chilling with my homie. Chicken wing. Might need to pull it out. Okay, sorry about the noise, but I gotta get the screen dried. It's almost there. Let's get set up. get, let me see. Oh, what we hit. Just want to get that corner done because the rest of it's easy for me to lift and take over. Just want to get that corner done a little faster. All right, we're good. Get my screws and stuff. Oh, look at that on the wall. Whoa. I don't know how I do that every single time. I must have done it like thousands of times. Every time I get it straight, every single time. Except for that one incident in the house. Man, I don't know what was going on with that freaking wall. I had hit that thing like 4 or 5 times and I still couldn't get that thing straight because the wall was crooked. Definitely was crooked. So we're going to come over here. Let's get this off. You still got to dry because the screen's still a little damp. But it gave me enough to be able to lift it up on the corners and hang it up. Wallpapers are easy to hang. I only got 2 screws up there hanging it up, so it doesn't require much. Let me see what we need here, because I'm basically going to get this surface up. I dropped this down because the floor we work on already is marked up. It's dirty. It's a work floor. Not worried about that. It's a work floor. But in case any dust kicks up on the screen because it's laying down flat, that actually helps. All right, I need to get my stand. That's what I came over to here in. My stand. I still got to finish drying this thing out. Stand over here. Here. Let's get this unplugged. Oh. Over here. Go. There's some power for my phone just in case it dies. We get a charge for it. Now you can move around, buddy. Couldn't have run the risk of you jacking up the screen, which you've never done. You don't have a history of it, but you do have cat hair. My place that I have is around 700 square feet. It's a small place. It's not big. It's not big at all. It's just being a cat at the end of the day. He goes to his corner. Just being a cat at the end of the day, so don't really need a ton of room. The place I'm going to be building is 1,000 square feet. So it's going to be a little bit bigger than the place I'm at right now. And I'm definitely going to put in a workshop. Definitely going to put in a workshop because, again, I like to build with my hands. So all kinds of power tools, equipment, everything I need. And then on top of it, out there, if I can get something near a running lake would be really nice. Because then basically I'm into that whole hydroelectric energy, to have an actual moving lake pushing through with moving water. Oh my goodness, I have a ball out there with that. I'll be building all kinds of like small makeshift dams in order to power and conduct power out of it. Oh man, the research I can get out of a lake is unbelievable. Man, people, if you live next to a running lake, that's free power right there. You literally have free power right next to your house. There's, I told you I watched this documentary. This guy had moved out in the middle of sticks, and he had a brook, and it picked up some pretty good water. And he was going to do he wanted to do a waterfall. He wanted the water to drop. So he was trying to figure out how to convert a waterfall out of this lake. And the engineer came out and said he had at least, this is all I learned stuff. He has to be at least 20 feet up in the air to get a proper drop in order to power a turbine. So that's what you need. And it's really not hard to do to get it out of a simple lake. You already have a constant flow of water. You just have to figure out how to channel it. And when you see waterfalls, when you see them drop, the water is pretty much dispersing everywhere. But if you could basically figure a way how to basically channel that water into like a tube where it comes straight down, that's more force that's going to be able to hit that turbine and cause it to push. It's a very easy mechanism to design to basically direct water up the side of this slide, because water's going to travel either way it goes. It's going to go up or down, it's going to travel. So if you can direct it to go up into a 20-foot drop that actually turns into a funnel and basically redirects this water into one solid stream, you can push the turbine. I literally should have sent that to him, but I kind of figured all that out when he was trying to do it. He was going the wrong way with it. But it can be done easily. Just have to convert that water into a concentrated force. Just like if you take a garden hose and you basically adjust the dial to sprinkle, there's not much power. But when you direct it to a jet, there you go. That's it. Now you just got to put, when you make your funnel, you're just going to have to put a high enough back to it. So when the water hits the top of it, the top of the funnel, and as it starts, it spins down to like a, what's the word to say? You want to make it like a whirlpool. So you have to put a little bit of a lip on the top. So when it hits, it's going to curve It's going to turn around into a funnel system, and as it funnels down, it's going to be one concentrated stream that's going to hit the paddle, and it's going to move it. I did a little research on it. I actually built a small little micro one out of some plastic containers and stuff. It actually works. And that way you have a force, you have an endless flow of energy, which is your lake, and you concentrate it into a more powerful force. Just like the water that flows out of your faucets, and if you put that nozzle on the end of it, you can have it sprinkle or you can have a jet, more power out of it. That's all. And you can power this entire building for free. That's the kind of kick I get at the end of the day. Figuring ways how to channel energy in order to be able to use it to my benefit, like fusion light energy. Using the sun to be able to power screens, and generate higher, brighter levels. Does it mean that the screen basically has to be in direct sunlight all the time to generate? No. Anything in the environment will charge it. Keep in mind, when you're in pitch black, even if you're in the dark, you got all the lights out, and you think that basically there's no light, there's actually light in the environment. If you're sitting in the center of a black hole, that's the only way you can't see light, because there's no light in the black hole. It absorbs all of it. So even when you're sitting in a dark environment, there's light in the dark environment. See, the problem is people have been spending so much time in ambient light projection technology trying to diffuse light when you actually should have been using it. This is your best source of energy right here, and you're losing it because you're rejecting it. Our screens absorb light. Ba, ba, ba. I think we're able to get screens to generate outside and off ceilings and stuff. We use it. We don't basically reject it. That's the last thing you want to do. That advanced ambient light rejection technology is designed to absorb, not eject. All right, so screens, not dry yet, but still, let me get some on there. That's going to be my second hobby. If I can get myself some land with a lake next to it, I'm a happy camper, because I can go out there and I'll research the daylights out of it. Now, of course, when I'm doing this, I have to make sure that I'm not disrupting any of the environmental areas. Like, I'm not doing anything at all, basically any fish or whatever. I'm not trying to do that at all, period. Or disrupt any of the plant life that causes them for the feed and all that stuff. Yeah, you got to do all that research and all that stuff in the back. I love research anyway. Research makes you smarter. It does make you smarter. The whole purpose of basic knowledge is being able to obtain knowledge. That's what it comes down to. The more knowledge you're able to obtain, some people can read something and don't remember it or anything of it whatsoever. And some people just retain knowledge, where it just stays with them forever. Huh. Like finding out that trains basically, when they hit a horn, basically travels from anywhere from 6 to 8 miles. And there's two different horns that they hit. One's a short and one's two shorts, or it could be a short and long, it could be two longs, depending on exactly what's going on the track. Some's a warning horns and one's basically an alert horn. Learn that just reading something on Google. How many ounces tea go into a teacup? Is 6 ounces. Figured out exactly how much tea I drink in a day. My cup is 32 ounces. I drink equivalents of 5 cups of tea for every 32. I drink 4 of these a day. That's 20 gallons. It's 1 gallon of tea that I drink a day. I drink 4 32s. So that's equivalents of 128 ounces. And you think about that, 6 ounces per cup. 5 ounces of that goes, 6 ounces per cup. 5 of those goes into 32. So I drink 5 cups for every 32. And that equals to a gallon in one day, which if you break it down in ounces would be 128. That's how much tea I drink. The one good thing is caffeine free, because I'm bouncing off the walls right now. I didn't realize that. I was looking at my cup. I was like, wait, it's 32. How many ounces goes into a cup of tea? It'd be 6. I was like, gee whiz, I drink that much? Add up how much coffee you drink. 2 ounces. Pretty insane. I was a kid, I could never retain information like that. And for some reason along the line, boom, I just started retaining all this information. Like the speed of a hippo travels 19 to 28 miles an hour. Did you know that? As big as that animal can, a man does not run that fast. Fastest man was 23 miles an hour. That's the fastest man. So just about everything on the earth can outrun you. Technically. All right, let me see. We got that plugged into that. Where's this going into? We need to go to this right here. People talking about how they want to travel, like Star Trek, but they beam you up. You know how that works, right? It breaks up your molecules. It separates and breaks up your molecules and puts you all back together. Yeah, right. I can see the mistakes in that one coming up. Where the freak is my arm? Oh, it's on your back. To the beamer. That's the same thing like The Fly. It's literally the same thing. It's like the movie called The Fly. Imagine if anything got in there in that transportation, you would basically, your molecules and their molecules and DNA would all be mixed into one. And that's what he was trying to do. He was literally trying to figure a way, an easier way for transportation. But think about the flaws that would have popped up. Anything would have popped in there, but you would actually basically change molecules and with another species, which would have been insane. Now the Army would have got their hands on it, they'd have changed to some kind of mutation soldier. All right, let me see. Got fire stick, everything's running. Good on this end. Fire up on this side. Where is the fire stick at? Oh, right there. That's it right there. Oh, just put the fire stick right there. We've heard of it. Good things in the weirdest places. Tell you, one of the darkest gunmetals we ever developed. This thing is super dark. And you can see the white levels are insane. That's why we take it outside. And we're on our Sony VPL CS4 projector at 1000 lumens, 720p, 600 by 800 res. Now we don't need the fan anymore, we're good. The screen's gonna get brighter than that. It's still a little wet. YouTube. Dr. Dolittle. He did actually didn't do anything. You ever watch Dr. Dolittle? He just walked around and talked to animals all day. How are you doing? Everybody else was just doing all the work and basically cleaning up behind them and feeding them. Dr. Dolittle. Let me see what we got going on here. Come on, come on, come on, work with me. We got things to do. Time for the slow-mo. Let me see. Key stuff definitely needs work. Let me see first things first. Look how old this thing is. Look at the menu. The menu is super old. Let me see.
Need prescription powered fast? Shop hundreds of affordable styles with 2-day delivery at iBuyDirect.com.
zone. Stand a little better here. There we go. And we'll get some sound in here too. Hold on for a minute. Let me pause that for a minute. Get some sound. Disconnect this right here because we don't need this anymore. So I'll put it over here. I should put up there and make sure, because I don't want weird stuff going on. Alright, let's pick a wire. Look at you all curious, like, what is that moving? Ha ha! I'm gonna attack it. Right, let me see. All right. There we go. This way with the screen. Fighting with wires under my table. There we go. Better. And just to show you, projector we're using, I'll pause that for a minute. This is our projector we're using. It's my Sony VPL CS4 projector. This is my 600 by 800 720p projector. So I like to use the Rolex. We got the 5,000 lumen projectors over there, but we don't need to use those right now. I like using the low-end projectors. Now this is the most affordable gunmetal on the market. We have tested this against high advanced certified projection screens, $6,000, $5,000 screens. We did it with the daylight parallax, if I'm correctly saying. I do apologize if I butchered it. It's a pure 0.8, and against the Screen Innovation 0-edge panel. OLED demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
And bring it back a little bit more. How smooth the product went on. No bumps, no English muffin nonsense at the end of the day, because again, I don't know what the freak that stuff was. And as you can see, easy to paint the screen. No light roll, heavy roll, whatever, just paint over it and be done. Pour paint, be done. All that pour paint the size of a quarter, a saucer, a nickel, a dime. No, just pour it. That's it. You ain't gotta stir it up for hours. Just shake it up, whatever, throw it on the screen, you're done. That's it. No complicated instructions. Fantastic results. So high power projectors required. Look how well my environment looks and my screen doesn't even sit on the floor. This is how you're supposed to do demonstrations. Fast and quick. So you got a chance to watch me paint, dry, and display. No expensive projectors required. So when I walk through a showroom and I got to do setups for screens and whatever, I can just go, I'm done, that's it. I'm going to do demonstrations where I spray the screen so fast and just start to eat my food, have lunch or whatever, so and so and so. That's how fast it's supposed to be. You're not supposed to be doing no crazy instructions. That's why I'm sitting there saying, well, no instructions come with it, because there's no instructions required. You just paint the screen, that's it. It really isn't rocket science, just paint and you're done. That's what people want. Easy, fast, and they want excellent results. Most people are going to paint a screen, they're going to be nervous from the door. They're going to mess it up somehow. You can't mess it up. Just can't. So when you have those multiple applications like light roll, heavy roll, majority, you take 6 people and you tell them to do a light roll, each person's going to do a different roll. They're not all going to be light rolls. And then what if you don't do the roll light enough and you feel that the screen is acting funny, doesn't act right? That is your fault because maybe you didn't go light enough on the roll. No one needs extra complications in their head. Just make it simple, easy. On the screen. See, I poured on the screen. Went over with the roller, came back in, dropped a little more in the middle. Done. That's it. I'm finished. Put the fan on it, let it dry, display it. Finish. That's how it's supposed to be. Fast and easy. This builds the confidence of the customer. He or she automatically, like I said, from the door, is going to feel they're going to mess it up. Give them a whole bunch of complicated instructions. They're going to end up messing it up.
Can't go wrong.
And I'm not saying at the end of the day, make something so it feel like you got to make it easy for them. I don't want to do complicated instructions. I can't stand putting together. I told you, IKEA furniture. No, I don't like putting together complicated stuff. Fast and easy, good results. Whew, man. I think it's some of the things I had to put together that had like some crazy instructions, like the Epson mounting system. That was freaking a nightmare to put together. There's so many parts to that thing, it wasn't even funny. One part that was building another part of the projector. But once you put it together, you don't forget it. I'll tell you that much. But it should be easy. That's the way it's supposed to be. Oh, we did go though. Okay, good. Now, one person may think I'm referring to you. Yeah, kind of, yeah. But anyone else who does you're making products, do not put complicated instructions. People used to do that back in the day to make it complicated. So they would think the more complicated, the more complex the product was. No, it's just a headache. That's what it is. They want to make it sound complex. It isn't complex. You're painting the surface. It's really not that hard. That's it. Paint done. Paint done. That's it. And you used to watch my Digital One crystal screen paint when I first started off. 1 hour or less. Paint the screen, be done. That's it. It's kind of like complication. Instructions are so complicated. It should be step 1. Go to the bar and drink as much as you can. Why? Because you're going to end up here anyway when you get done painting the screen. That's what it is. Nobody wants the headache. That's why I believe in get it done fast. I've seen a couple on the forum site. I've seen a couple of screen paints, not just his. Well, he's not on the forum site. But I've seen a couple of people that have really complicated instructions. Oh, they're not on the forum site. They never show up on there. But anyway, I've seen some really complicated instructions. I'm like, gee, Miss Louise, really? At this point, I'm just going to buy a TV. There's no way in the world I'm going through all that. And step 1, step 2, step 3. Step 4. So you see me paint the screening, right? Now just imagine if I never painted the screening, I was just pushing the paint around. There you go. I'm not doing that. The first time I put that paint on should be the last time I do it. I should be done already. So as you can see, it looks absolutely incredible. Our 600 by 800 720p SVGA projector. And for those who've been asking about why is it in 4.3, because that's how old my projector is. It doesn't have a 16:9 setting. When we choose something old, we get relics. We get a relic to run off of this and look fantastic. Guess what? Anything else will run. That's why we love Old Faithful. Are we using HDMI ports? No. I'm actually using an adapter. So we're going from VGA to HDMI. Now this surface right here, this wallpaper surface, you can pick it up over at, where we get these things at? Amazon. They were at 28, I think they're like 48 or something like that now. But that's cheaper than buying a sheet of plexiglass and a lot more easier to hang. Because I've done it. I've done of a 100-inch sheet of plexiglass, real thick piece. And it's not a party to hang that thing up. And if it comes down, well, it's going to shatter in so many places it's not even funny. With this, it's wallpaper. It's very easy to hang. So if you want to make your own wallpaper screens for our technology, knock yourself out. Of course, you can paint over motorized screens, fixed frame screens, and you can pretty much paint whatever you want. We even painted cardboard boxes with it. Let's go over here and let's get something else. Do 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 do. That beat was, I love that beat. That beat was banging. You gotta admit, that beat was banging. It was lit. There's our white levels right there. And as you've seen in the demonstrations we displayed, we can do this at 250 inches with no problem. Even in the snow. Even in the snow. That beat was banging to have for the Animal Planet. I'm just thinking, if you're out in the snow, of course you're in an area where you know there's no dogs there, but that would look just like a dog, I swear. Until you get up close to it and figure out it's not a dog, it's an actual wolf. Like one's domesticated, one is not domesticated. Domesticated dinosaurs. And mind, you're at 1,000 lumens. You start off with 1,000, you don't end with 1,000. And you can see how the screen's showing absolutely fantastic. We're gonna take the same projector outside too. I love this projector. I wish they had it in a 16. I'm trying to see if they have one in 16. If they do, I'm definitely getting it. I'll make my main projector. Smaller than the average theater projector. That's why I love these things. Oh gee, snowboarding.
Getting that from YouTube.
Waffle boy. Waffle boy. Round waffle boy. Oh, Jack. Took over my plate. Waffle boy. OLED demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
Okay, so the new gunmetal Imperior is going to be available on our Crystal Edge site, which will have the gunmetal there. We just put on the 24 32s in 1 gallon. 24 is about $198. Paints the screen size of 127 inch 16.9, 1610 to 35.1. 32 ounces is $242. Paints up to 150 inch screen. And the big boy 1 gallon, $289. Paints up to a 250 inch screen. If you saw the demonstration with King Kong, or I forgot which one uploaded, or basically with the Pacific Rim, that's a 250. They're huge. So keep in mind that the technology we tested it against are screens that range in the range of Diamond, somewhere between 5,500, and the other screen under daylight was around a $6,000 projection screen. This technology does it for far less. Doesn't need a special screen for ultra short throw. You can take it outside if you want. As you get in the demonstration, very easy to paint. Your kids can already paint the screen for you. Drying time is extremely quick. And again, we don't have to use high-powered, expensive projectors to get an excellent image. That's how amazing the technology is. It's now the most affordable gunmetal on the market. You can also spray it on too. I think our first application was a spray on demonstration. So you can actually run this through a stain sprayer, which gives it an extra fine. So it's actually thin enough to go through a stain sprayer, but thick enough to be coated right to it with a roller, without streaking or having any imperfections in the surface. As you can see by its ultra dark shades of gray, it has the ability to pick up amazing contrast levels, beautiful white levels, and also two perfect color balance. Well, not perfect color balance. It's like, I would say, because the blacks do it. But I would say pretty much color balance is actually really good, considering the fact that it overpowers the gunmetal. So for those of you who are craving the higher white levels, but still you want to maintain your contrast level, this is where the gunmetal technology comes in. I need a charge. We need a charge. Did I just pull a charge from here? Oh, we did got a charge from here. I pulled it out. That's what I did. Oh, I had a charger here somewhere. There we go. Now, keep in mind, just going to add real quick. Please read through the specification sheets that we put below. Why is this not taking the charge? All right. Wait a minute here. We got a little craziness going on. For some reason, it doesn't want to take my charge. That's great. Phone doesn't want to take the charge. That's battery back. Doesn't want to take the charge. All right, give me a minute, people.
Whoa. And one day.
My phone has decided that no, we're not going to take this charger anymore. We don't want to take it. Why aren't you taking it? I'm gonna take a charge. Nope, ain't eating, ain't feeding. Let's see here. All right, so we gotta go another way. Doesn't want to take it. Doesn't want to accept it. I don't know why. Just doesn't want to do it. Let me see if I can run this past what we have up here. Gee whiz Louise. Really? All the time for basically the charge to decide that I want to die on you. It does it right on the, oh man, hold on for a minute. We got to get a piece for a phone. For some reason, the adapter, for some reason, won't work anymore. Decided to die on me. All right, I got to back up. Technology, is it? Let's see if you'll work. There we go. Bam! Yeah, my phone just died. It wouldn't work anymore. All right, good. We're back in business. Let's giddy up. All right, let's get some beautiful birds in there. Now these are the pictures I'm putting directly onto the website. And I'll shoot some short videos because now it's time to bring in the gunmetal to the forum sites. Yeah, you guys took all that stuff at the end of the day, and I just sat there nice and quiet. I'll show you what a physical screen paint, well actually the screen paint can do versus physical screen. Not toward anybody. We got some people that are really cool, real nice at the end of the day. Some nice people, but I did meet some other people in there that weren't so nice. I don't say anything. I'm gonna put this right here. Oh, I love it. And of course, we give our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ all the glory, because you know why? Without him, none of this would exist. We were blessed to make this in 20 minutes. That's how fast it happened. We were blessed to be able to design this technology. 20 minutes. Hamburger boy. Treats? Of course he not. I wonder if birds laugh at us when they see us flying in airplanes. Like, look at the humans. They need contraptions to know how to fly. I wonder if they do. You know they got a sense of humor. They have to. Hey, look at them at the airport. They're lining up to fly into this big old contraption over here. I guarantee they laugh about it. I saw one where they showed a human arguing with a monkey, and he called him an ignorant something so-and-so. He says, "You're the only person that's to pay rent to live on the planet." Kind of got a point there. They don't pay for rent. You have to pay to live on Earth. That's true. Not really, to tell you the truth. If you're one of those bush craftsmen, you don't really have to pay for anything. I mean, you just make a home out of just about anything, which I find quite impressive. No internet, no responsibilities, no bills, no nothing. Just live clean off the land. Freaking amazing. Let me show you the detail in this. Mine, we're on 600 by 800, 720p. Oops, I gotta take this off for a minute. Hopefully our charge is so good. That's the detail. You can see the individual hairs. I have 20/20. I can see everything from there. But anyway, yeah, you can see everything detailed. That's on a 600 by 800 res projector. No 4K. When people sit there and go, look at the detail, you're on a 4K projector. You have to use a 4K projector. If you're using a gray or any light screen, you have to use 4K. You don't have a choice. You know why? Because you don't have enough contrast to pick up detail and depth to the screen. That's why you require and have to have it. When it comes to our technology, because it's darker, we don't require the projectors with all that 4K. We don't need it. That's why we do the side by side, showing you the demonstration of 4K versus 720p. You can't tell one from the other. So even at 600 by 800, not even using the HMI port, your resolution is going to be extremely high because the screens are darker. Usually when I do screens, they're all black in my setups at home, but I actually put in the gunmetal. This gunmetal is really dark. So I'm definitely going to put in the gunmetal, but I'm doing mine in glass. We may do later on in time. We do want a gunmetal acoustic. I definitely want one of those. And I do want a gunmetal front and rear. I definitely want one of those. I want screens that are way beyond gunmetal technology. Way beyond what they do. So it's not, we have to do more than make a product that's more advanced and more affordable than gunmetal, but I want different levels of gunmetal technology. Because we've done black to death. We have black on just what everything you could possibly think of. The gunmetal world, now we haven't done enough in that area yet. So I sat there and told you years back, not years back, I say a couple months back, we were going to develop a gunmetal technology that was going to be more advanced and more affordable than gunmetal. And here we are right now. We're going to have the Alpha Cinemax technology, like one of the blackest screen paints, producing beautiful and amazing images. We got it already. What's next? Well, we're going to be working on the black platinum silver. That's the next one to come up. Everything that we're blessed to be able to display is going to be flawless. It's going to design to do what it's designed to do, because you know who makes our stuff? Our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. That's why our technology has no glass ceiling, it has no boundaries. Because he's the one that designs our technology. The game off this one. Look at you, Mr. Sugar Boy. Mr. Sugar Boy. Mr. Sugar Boy. box in there. What? Yeah. Now, as I said before, shipping on this technology is free worldwide. We can ship it to you anywhere in the world for free. You will not be paying any shipping charges at all whatsoever. All products that we have here have batch numbers attached to them. So you can basically show the product being tested before it's shipped out. Need any information on our products, feel free to go to our YouTube channel, look through the search, find just about anything you want there. We're going to do a project on 235 hood ones. We got it in there, 1610s, whatever you want, whatever fabric you want to paint it on. All demonstrations are in there. How to build screens, fix frame screens, whatever, it's in there. Outdoor, it's in there. We're going to be doing some interesting stuff with this technology. We're just going to be painting over random stuff. This is a piece of fiberglass. Used for placing windows and stuff like that. We've done a piece of plywood turned into a desk. A glass window, turned it into a projection screen or a monitor for our setup. We did some United States Postal Service shipping boxes over there. And when we launched the IMPERIOR, which is going to be another high-tech spray-on high-performance technology, very easy to apply. It's going to come with a free paint sprayer, a professional cordless paint sprayer. And we're going to turn old bed sheets, new bed sheets, into high-performance black OLED-like screens and use them to put them against certified screens. Bed sheets, that's what we're going to use. This stuff will marry to a surface so quick it's not even funny. It'll bleed right through anything and marry right into it. And if you're intimidated by a paint sprayer, you don't have to be. They're very easy to use. Free paint sprayer and cordless at that. To give you a kit you got to spray on, and then you got to turn around and figure out how to get the paint sprayer. You know, I did that the last time. We gave away free paint sprayers because again, you know, you got to figure out how to get it. You know, I mean, a paint sprayer, if I got the right one, maybe this one don't work, and then you got to ask us 100,000 questions, and then it just cuts everything in half. You already got it in the box. That way you don't have to pay for it. And then later on, it's a gift that keeps on giving because hey, say if you want to use it for something else, you got a free paint sprayer. Now, I saw the first one they had. It's made by the same company that I buy my tools from. I just didn't like it because when the guy squeezed on it, and then I saw that paint shoot up from the side, I was like, oh, it doesn't have enough pressure. So I'm like, nope, ain't gonna work. So the one I saw that I want to get for myself is the one I'm getting for everybody else. And these babies are all black. They're gorgeous. They got power. Kitty cats up here, avocado. He got that all around. Look at the detail on that. 600 by 800 res. Imagine what this is going to look like on your 720p projector. I'm sorry, yeah, 720p projector. This is an SVGA. It's not an XGA or a WXGA. It is an SVGA. So it's going to look even more advanced on that projector. Or use a 1080p projector. Or even better, your 4K. But the reason why we use the low-end projectors is because, again, if you start off with the high-end projectors, pretty much you're just telling your customers, hey, look, if you want to use this screen, you're going to spend some money on your... You can't do 720p because the picture quality is going to drop. And at 1080p, your picture quality is still going to drop a little bit because they're using a 4K in the demonstration. They're starting way at the top. But if we use this on this I don't want to call it meats because I love Old Faithful. On this 600 by 800 low-res projector at 1,000 lumens, that means that you could run this projector, any projector you want, so that you don't have to go out and spend the money for an expensive projector. If you want to use 720p, it doesn't have to have HDMI outputs. It could be 1,000 lumens, and you could run it with no problem whatsoever. You know how cheap a projector that is at the end of the day? It's very cheap. Oh, yeah, it's so cute. Little tiny ears. It's got the little tiny ears. How beautiful those colors pop. So if you don't have a projector, you don't have to spend the money for an expensive one. If you got a good projector, at least you're going to get 100% of your projector, not 30% of it or even half of it, because you can't see the colors, can't pick up the contrast, and on top of it, you can't use it in the fully lit environment. Take it outside if you want to. If I was going to do something back and forth, I would pretty much paint it on a piece of fabric. I'd paint it on like those canvas screens that got the grommets, because then I can hook it up inside, I can take it outside, back and forth. That's what I would do. But then again, as good as the coverage this has, most people just get the gallon, and that way you can paint the screen inside and paint the screen outside. And people are buying gallons of the black technology. You know why? For the dedicated theater room setup. Because they saw the ceiling when we were displaying it. The guy was like, really? He was going to spend $20,000 for his infinity ceiling. So we saw our designs that I can change it out to anything you want. Heck, you can lay on the floor. You can watch the movie right off your ceiling while the lights are on. So it saves him more money, because now, instead of him sitting there coughing up $20,000 for his projection screen, because he was going to get a gunmetal technology put in there, and an additional $20,000 for the ceiling, he buys a gallon from us. He can paint the screen and ceiling all at the same time. Think about how much money he just saved. Gallon of our technology for the black is around $362 versus 40 grand. And because of that technology, he doesn't require to have an expensive projector. And think how much money he just saved. Those of you wanting gunmetal at the end of the day, on a gunmetal screen, on a high-end gunmetal screen, now you got one. People claim to have gunmetal, but they actually don't have it. I told you, gunmetal is extremely dark. On top of that, in order to prove you have gunmetal, you have to be to take on gunmetal. Look how beautiful that looks, man. That is gorgeous. I'm happy. God is good. Anybody else with this technology? But it charges you so much money, it's not even funny. We're not in the field to do that. We're in the field to make sure that we have top professional products that cost the customer next to nothing. So now the haves, the have-nots can be the haves. Now I can go in the room with this technology and I can talk with the best of them. The best certified gunmetal screens, I can compete with every single one of them. And I can do it on a projector that costs far less, 10 times more light I have in my environment. Tell me if people develop screen paint that you buy at the end of the day can do that. And I can go against the physical screen. See? There you go. So, I think it's Friday this thing's going to be available. Let me see. We already put on the website. I got to take my pictures for my site. I just want to set the screen up for my pictures and everything. But let me see. When we got the 8th, it's going to be launching on. I got this guy still talking to me about the, oh crap, oh wow. Got a whole bunch of people just logged into one of my chat sites. Yeah, they tracking me. Because I don't put any information, I just put down my screen paint, my black screen paint, and they're tracking me. My site just jumped by a whole lot. All right, that's good, that's good. Educate the masses. You don't spend all that money at the end of the day. Any other company, yeah, they charge you for thousands of dollars. We're not doing it at the end of the day. Everything is going to be affordable. I'm not sure I ain't paying $6,000 for a screen. Now we're going to be doing some videos, updating the website with all the information. This is going to be on our Crystal website, where we're going to have all the videos and demonstrations as we have to go to get the gunmetal technology. We just loaded in getting the shopping carts ready for the one. We only had the 32s at one point. We have the 24s and the 1 gallons. And please do not use this on the knockoff projectors because it won't work. I mean, if you want to take the chance and do it, it's up to you. But again, just don't do it. It's just not the cheap projector. That's it. Ultra short throws, ultra short throws is like $360 over there. Oh shit, I forgot to check the date. I think it is on a Friday. Let me see. I love this little projector. Black background. Beta fish.
Getting that from YouTube.
All right, let me see. Thank you. Yeah, it's on a Friday. Panasonic 4K demonstrations. I haven't done those in a while.
Getting that from YouTube.
I wonder if they have one there. Oh, that doesn't need Panasonic. that demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
Yeah. Here we go. And it looks good. Unless I haven't done already. Demonstration, you're trying to show bland images. There we go. I'll tell you one thing. If you suffer from arachnophobia, don't watch a movie called Spaceman. It'll freak you out. I don't have a fear of spiders, but good gracious, that was the biggest thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm still baffled. Why a giant spider? It just doesn't make any sense. I can see something else. Maybe a blob of eyes. But a giant spider as an alien? I think it was a figment of his imagination where he was slowly slipping off into madness because of isolation. Okay, food demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
Here's trip over my equipment just for a minute. Some of the lights out. There we go. So I walked in front of the projector. Always back it up so you don't miss anything.
Getting that from YouTube.
When you have a history of greatness, you keep dreaming and go beyond what's possible. The new 2024 Ridgeline Passport and Pilot.
Nope, gotta go through it.
Part of our most rugged trail sport lineup yet. From Hunt
for the one they got at night. That's a good one too. Let me see.
And I would take you guys swimming, but we don't have our swimsuits.
Save on top brand swimwear at Sierra.
I also have concerns about the hygiene level of the pool.
I'm going to show up that brightness and contrast at the same time. You see, we got window light coming in. That's why I put the screen up high enough so it'd be near the window light so it can push in on the screen. And then we got it high enough so the overheads in the garage can basically make contact with the screen. We got the background done in all white, so basically it reflects 10 times more light to the screen. Heavy contrast demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
Let's see where I go with this. Way past our time, but there's so much you need to see. Oh, I know what I want. Sony contrast demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
maybe I had to paint the screen and that's why. That's our last one. Skyworks food demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
That's right. Skyward through demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
Skyward food demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
On Booking.com, finding your perfect stay is frighteningly easy. From beachfront hotels to city apartments to haunted.
I know it's supposed to be up and about already, but there's some things I have to see. I have to see them. If not, I go crazy. So I have to run these. I got a headache. My head is killing me right now. I'm pacing back and forth. I've got a serious headache. Oh, I gotta finish this work. OLED demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
If you're a non-native speaker, then it's a game changer. With Grammarly assisting you, you're not going to be making any
people, hope you enjoyed the demonstration. I gotta take some aspirin or something. If not, I'm not gonna get anything done. I usually like to take any aspirin, but anyway, I got a dozen pictures to take for here and on the site. Then we gotta upload the pictures onto the website. I do have to hook up the 5200 lumen projector right there, so we make sure the screen's not hot spotting on us. And we have to do white level demonstrations on that, and we have to get it outside. So see what our weather is today and get outside. We'll take the cardboard out today because that wallpaper, we can't take it outside. It's too hard to manage. We'll take that one outside and do some demonstrations outside because I need to have that showing that the gunmetal performs outside. It's very important to have that done because again, gunmetals don't go outside. And then we get all that done, and then after that, we'll have it available on the 8th with the free shipping. I gotta go. Thank you for your time, and God bless.